Hello, everybody. What is up? It's your boy Lukash coming at you with yet another YouTube upload. Now, today I'm going to analyze this Lucas matchup chart for the last time, thankfully. And today I'm going to be analyzing the +2 matchups and the +3 matchups. So, without further ado, let's head right into it. Coming in for +2, we got Captain Falcon. Keep in mind, the people in order, they aren't in order in the tier list. They're just in the category. All right, so we have Captain Falcon. This is an easy +2 for Lucas. Captain Falcon does not have the range required to challenge Lucas in the neutral game. Lucas can run in, pretty much fetch free grabs sometimes, depending on what Captain Falcon does, or depending on what Captain Falcon lands with. Lucas can also pretty much camp Captain Falcon out for free with PK Fire, PK Freeze, Snake, and Forward Air. So that makes it extremely difficult for Captain Falcon to approach Lucas or combat Lucas in general. Also, if you get Captain Falcon off stage, it is very easy to gimp him. So that is why he's definitely a -2. Yeah, he's a -2. But he's a +2 for Lucas. Next up, we have Cloud. I consider Cloud to be a +2, but it's on the borderline of +2 and +1, but he's just barely a +2. The reason why I find this is because although Cloud has the range, he does not. He has the range and aerial mobility, but for some reason, I find it still very easy to camp out Cloud. I guess the aerials that have the most range, or the aerial that has the most range, Forward Air, doesn't come out fast enough to challenge PK Fire or neutral air out of shield. So that's that. If you get him off stage, that's the big thing that put him in -2. If you get Cloud off stage, he's pretty much just dead. Because all he can really do is try to up B and hope it'll work. But with Cloud, you never know if it's going to work or not. Next up on -2, we have Donkey Kong. Now this one's very close to -3, just barely not -3. We have Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is very easy to play against with Lucas. You can camp him out. Sometimes you can, like, the occasional moments you'll go in when Donkey Kong's at low percents, you can get like nice 50 damage combos going in with neutral airs and up airs. All sorts of stuff you can do to him. And also you just have more range. Although Donkey Kong is a big boy, you still have more range. Just you gotta keep him out and just not let him return back to stage once you get him off stage. So that's the long and short of it. Next up, we have Mii Brawler. So obviously, it all depends on what special moves Mii Brawler uses, but in general, Mii Brawler has one of the worst recoveries in the game, like across all of his recovery moves. Like even his better up Bs that are horrible at recovering. If he gets hit with like one small part of your PK Thunder, you're just dead. Which seems like it should be a -3, but it is a -2 because of how fast Mii Brawler is. And because of his speed, it makes it sometimes difficult to keep out with PK Fire. So you're gonna have to make use of a lot of your normals there. Next up on +2, we have Wario. Pretty much same thing for Wario, except he still doesn't have enough speed. You can kind of gimp Wario, but it all comes down to if you can PK freeze his bike recovery. Because when he's in the bike, he's not protected from the peak freeze. So that's a very useful trick to do. Just try not to get annoyed by Wario. Keep him away if he does get in. Neutral air out of shield and try to go for try to get a couple combos and maybe get a grab going. Next up for +2, we have Mii Sword Fighter. So kind of the same thing with Mii Brawler, except Mii Sword Fighter has the range, and still has a lot of the speed. But the thing is, most Mii Sword Fighter's mains use the Chakram as well as the Tornado, and Lucas can reflect both of those, so that is a huge impediment to overcome with Mii Sword Fighter. Also, Lucas can PK freeze all of Mii Sword Fighter's recovery moves rather easily. There's not really any one of them that's less exploitable. I mean, the flying sword one, like not the Link up B, but the one where he flies and like swings a blade up. That one's by far the hardest to gimp, but you can still gimp it. So that's pretty much that. Then we have Incineroar. Incineroar, in my opinion, needs to be buffed, but let's not talk about that right now. We have Incineroar, and for Incineroar, he's slow. He has a command grab, which can easily be kept away with PK Fire. He has no range to contest Lucas, except for forward air. I will make an exception. His forward air is rather good. But it's pretty much that. Once you get Incineroar off stage, you get a free PK freeze because Incineroar will have to recover with a side B at some point in time, and it is way too easy to just PK freeze the heck out of that. So yeah, that's that. Next on +2 we have Sheik. Sheik is kind of like Ice Climbers in this game. I don't really see very many Sheiks. I guess people think Sheik isn't that good, and I guess that's partially true. But Sheik is obviously a lot better than everyone thinks. Just look at Void. But anyways, I think Sheik is a +2 for Lucas. The only thing you're gonna have to look out for against the Sheik main is watching those needles. But other than that, it's really easy to keep Sheik walled out with just neutral air, just continual neutral airs, forward airs, Zairs, and every once in a while the Snake. I know it's a lot less effective on Sheik because Sheik is so fast, but in general, if you do that, you're good. And then effectively timing your down smash to 2-frame. That's also something you're gonna have to get good with if you want to constantly beat Sheik players. But in general, it's definitely a +2 for Lucas. Next up, we have Lucina. A lot of people, I can already tell, are going to get mad that I have Lucina at +2, but I think it's easily +2. I don't know why Lucas mains struggle with this matchup so much. I mean, Lucina has a sword, but, like, who cares? That thing has less range than Lucas's forward air. You can combo Lucina very well. PK Fire is extremely difficult for Lucina to get around. And then it's also very easy to gimp / exploit Lucina's recovery. For instance, you can 2-frame it if you time it exactly, right? You can also PK freeze it, but most noticeably, you can PK Thunder gimp it. So that's pretty much that. Like I said, I don't know why people struggle with it that much. Just weave in and out of the attacks, keep them away. Next on +2, we have Ridley. Ridley is literally so huge where I can take Ridley from 0 to 70% off of a single neutral air. So it's way too easy to combo Ridley. On top of that, Lucas has more range, so it's pretty easy to keep Ridley walled out. You can also absorb Ridley's fireballs, which is useful because Ridley's fireballs are actually decent. So it's all that. Also, very easy to exploit Ridley's recovery. Ridley's up B has the startup almost equivalent to a Fox up B. So it's very easy to back air spike or down air spike. So pretty much if you just hop off stage and get the spike off before their up B starts, you'll be fine. But even if you get the spike off, like while their up B hits you, just tech it and you're fine. And then obviously when Ridley has to recover with side B, you can PK freeze that crap out of here. Next up, we have Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit Trainer, you can reflect her Salute the Sun. You can absorb her Salute the Sun. You can also reflect her soccer ball, which is much harder to do, but it's still doable. Also, it's really easy to PK freeze her recovery. Her recovery is just, she moves too slow during her recovery. So if you time it right, you get free PK freeze. Also, walling out Wii Fit Trainer can kind of be hard, but not really that hard. You just got to be quick, and you have to react to the occasional dash attack and the occasional dash grab. Other than that, in the air, Lucas will 95% of the time beat Wii Fit Trainer because all of his aerials have more range than Wii Fit's. So that's that. Next up, we have Terry. Are you okay? No, I am not okay. I hate Terry personally, or I hate playing against Terry, but in general, it's still a +2 for Lucas. Lucas can absorb his whatever the fire thing is that travels on the ground. Lucas can absorb that as well as reflect that. Also, Terry is hard to deal with up close, obviously, but if you're good enough, he will not get up close. Occasional weave in with a forward air and a neutral air, and go for a couple combos here now with now and then. I mean, with the up air, and you should be okay. Bread and butter, just keeping him off stage with PK freeze. 95, no, literally like every single Terry main has to recover with side B or down B at a single point, at a point in time. So those are very easy to PK freeze. So that's that. Next up, we have +3. So I was gracious enough to only say that there are 3 characters in the game that are a +3 for Lucas, but mind you, the none of these characters are like in order in the lists. They're just in the list. Now we have Ganondorf, easy +3 for Lucas. Lucas can keep him out easily. Lucas can get easy 50% combos just like that. If Ganondorf is off the stage, he's dead. That's one of the worst matchups in the game, in my opinion. If Lucas literally gets Ganondorf off stage for a minute, I have killed Ganondorfs because they jumped off stage at 0%. And I PK thundered them. It's really sad. You just got to watch out for the Doria every once in a while, but that's the case with most Ganondorf matchups. Next up, we have Little Mac. Throw him off the stage. PK freeze his side B. He can't do anything. You win the match. Try to keep him out when he's on stage. Occasionally run in for a grab, because if Little Mac mains see you running in, either they'll try to shield or do something, or counter or something. So the grab will work usually. Next up on +3, we have Byleth. What more is there to say? If Byleth shoots an arrow at you, you can reflect it, and they take like 18%. So that is huge. Byleth off stage is a nightmare because Lucas can just PK Thunder that, and Byleth will just die, plain and simple. Because her up B, her up B's range isn't quite enough. So if I can like swirl my up B in the right pattern, it'll get rid of Byleth. Byleth is also too slow. And for Byleth being a distance demon, Lucas has more distance. You just have to watch out for the Byleth going for upwards angled forward smash or downwards angled forward smash when you're doing short hop PK fire camping. That's pretty much the only thing you have to worry about. So, all right, with that, I am ending the video, and I'm also ending the series, obviously. So I hope you all have a great day. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want, my Discord is in the description below. It's for just like chill Smash related content and stuff like that. So, all right, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.